Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Right, okay. Okay, kejap eh. Saya share screen. Kejap. Ni ada begini. Okay. Share. Okay, boleh nampak screen saya tak?
Boleh
Boleh tak?
Okay, boleh
dok.
nampak eh. Alright. Okay, kejap. Yeah, Assalamualaikum. Very good morning to all. So, are you guys ready? Dah makan ke? Dah breakfast?
Dah doktor dah.
Harapnya dah makan lah. Kalau tak sempat lagi makan, pergilah grab sikit. Bukan grab food tu. Pergi buat air kan. Pergi buat air Milo ke air kopi kan. Bawa depan meja tu. Okay, the beauty of online or remote teaching ni, you guys boleh makan lah sambil dengar kan. Okay, kalau kelas sebenar tak boleh makan lah kan. Okay, anyway. So Assalamualaikum and very good morning to all students. So basically this is the second class for this week. So let me just explain a little bit. Okay, for those who just entered today's session. So yesterday I have did a briefing on this subject. So I hope that by now everybody had joined YouLearn. So this one is the page, YouLearn page for my class. So basically what I asked students to do, the first one was to the grouping okay, kejap. I pergi yang week 1 lah, week 1. Okay, so basically what you need to do is that join the group. So can I get, because I see that maybe, have you guys check your name that is correct under the correct group? Means that it's either section 2, group 1, means that in your registration will be 2/1. And for the section 2, group 2 is 2/2. Okay, this one I'm not sure, Najmi ni, mungkin dia belum ubah lagi. But anyway, it's okay if you're from Dr. Fahmi class and you join. I just want to know which group you are, and later on, normally by week 3 and week 4, I will check again the registration. The online registration, meaning that, okay, kejap Okay, meaning that I will confirm that if you join my class, means that for this 14th week, your name should be under my list. This is due to the fact that I'm going to key in your marks, mark your assignment, mark your midterm, mark your final exam, and also upload your marks to the system. So if in case that your name is not under my section, then might be your name will be missed. Okay, ada error, myself and Dr. Fahmi, kami pun tak tahu mana nama hilang ke apa. So it will end up that you do not have marks. And basically you fail the subject even though you join 14 weeks. So this is very crucial. Okay. So I hope that all students have did actually check out, tick the group. And then, okay. Sekejap saya unmute. Saya mute siapa yang on mic ni. Sekejap. Shamila on good. Okay, saya dah mute. Okay, so next is that is that lesson 1.1. Okay, as you know that you will need to take attendance. So you can do the attendance right now. It's already open at 9 to 11. So take the attendance. How to take it is that go to attendance and click on submit. So if you would go to attendance right now, you see that this on 5 October is open. Just click submit and tick present lah. Don't tick late ke, excuse ke, absent tick present. Okay, you are present, then tick it. Okay, and then let's go back. Okay, so next is that after the attendance is that, so basically, okay, yesterday, okay, some student asked in Telegram what is synchronized and asynchronous. So basically, synchronized is something like this. Means that it's similar to face, but we are not physically in front. So we call this as synchronized. Means that if we have synchronized 1 hour, then it will be full 1 hour. We have some communication directly. Okay, two-way communication. A synchronized class means that other than synchronized and asynchronized, I will also give instruction, detailed instruction like what I have done in week 1. So you might see that there is an instruction, very detailed instruction, means that even if I do not explain it, you still can follow the lessons. So this is called asynchronized. So basically, yesterday when I asked students to submit the form, so let's just look at the analysis. Look at the analysis for the student. Okay, 45 students actually replied. That's very good. Means that I think almost all students. Okay, so if I see okay, this is all the comment of you guys, what you summarize, what you have learned. Very good. Okay, and then, okay, this one is what you either check. Do you prefer synchronized class, asynchronous, or combination of modes? So you can either pick one. Satu saja. So, well, most of you actually take synchronized plus asynchronous, and as expected lah. Okay, and I think like 6 students here. Okay, this is 36 student answer synchronized and asynchronous. 6 student only answer for synchronized. Means that synchronized means that I'm going to deliver full the class 2 hours. 2 hours plus 1 hour. So it will be very straining, well, to both of us lah, especially you guys, since you are going to have other classes every day, 8 to 5 most of the time. So it's best not to have a full synchronous class. Sometimes I will do, for example, for today, I try to do the class until 10, or we have a break and then we continue. Okay, and about 3 students answer asynchronous, okay, due to their own reason lah. So it's okay, I agree on everything you say, because you have your own reason. And those mostly who actually answer asynchronous is that because of the stability of their internet. So I would understand that due to the fact that if I were to have the same problem, then I do not actually want the synchronized class, because I will miss everything, and it will be very tough for me to actually cope with the semester. Okay, so this is one of the reason why I do a survey form, and I would assume that if student answer a synchronized class means that their internet is not stable. So I will do a combination. So if I'm doing the synchronous class, normally I will do a recording. Okay, so you can see that there's a tab here, class recording. So yesterday recording is inside this link. So just click that, then it will go to my YouTube. Okay, so you can just subscribe my YouTube so that whatever new updates, new video that is uploaded, then you can directly get it without going to the ULearn. Right, so next is that, okay, will be the lessons. Okay, normally we will have synchronized with the same link. Okay, part 1. Okay, this one is most of it are synchronized, a synchronized mode. So you need to read what is mechatronic, knowing the name of terminology. So the task is that you need to investigate the definition and characteristic of the following terminology. So what it means that, okay, in this task is, okay, you can do it later on, okay, because by next week I will give you a formative quiz. Formative assessment means that a quiz that is not being assessed, given marks, but for you to actually self-assess yourself if you can understand what is the terminology. So try to find the word, okay? For example, if you see here ICS logism kan, using the N word of the word mechatronics, the N word is ICS. Terminology, logi. Mechanism, ISM. So try to find all of this keyword, try Google it. Okay, in Google type science. Okay, type mathematics, type mechanical. So look at the definition. Okay, definition of those terms. Okay, so you see here, definition, So if you went through the instruction, you already know that you have done this task beforehand, because like yesterday I mentioned, my class is, you need to do a pre-read. It's not directly you come to class and then I give you everything, spoon feed everything. No. My style is not going to give you everything. You need to do a pre-read class. During class, I will try to guide you on it. And after class, you need to do a self-assessment. That's the reason why I give you a feedback, lesson feedback, okay, every lesson, so that you understand what you actually learn. If I were to look at a student summary, I can understand student will only copy paste from the notes. That means that exactly lah, copy paste from the notes, because of they didn't attend the class, so they just copy paste. If you were able to take some terms that I use in class during the recording delivery, so I know that you really follow the lessons. Okay, so look at this one. Later I will share a video. So yesterday I think I in one of the notes I mentioned that I'm going to share a video, kan? Video of mechatronics. Let me just check that notes again. Okay. Okay, this one So I shared this yesterday. So, and a part of the last part in the topic is that I was talking about okay, this one. Okay, program expectation. Since some of you you are second year, I assume second year, even though you are direct entry, just registered, because direct entry they will directly skip to second year. So that is the beauty lah. If you already did diploma, then you can catch up your degree. Okay, so you're second year. So and you're mechatronic. So what are the career, okay, as a mechatronic engineer? So some of you might, I mean, let's do a very simple survey. I didn't do a Mentimeter. But in the chat, okay, can you type in the chat, either you did you select mechatronic as the first option, mechatronic degree as the first option. So if you can remember lah, during your UPU, okay, is it first option, second option, third option, or next? Okay, or you can just write this first option or second option. Okay, so can you write that in the chat? I just want to know where you stand in this program, because okay, let's look at it. Okay, yes, first option, first option, ramai first option. Wow, Syamila, first and last, you apply satu saja. Okay, alright, first, second option. Okay. For those who pick not the first option, okay, I'm going to convince you that this mechatronic engineering is the best for you, okay, right now. Okay, so I'm going to share you two videos on that. So for that video is that I actually link it to the if you can go to this part, lesson 1.3, okay, you can have that, but I'm going to play it now. So let me just look at it. Okay, this part, so it's going to go to my Wakelet, Wakelet. So Wakelet is just as simple as it's similar like Padlet, but Wakelet is I prefer to use it to add link, so it's easier for you to actually go through later on. All the video that I shared yesterday, I shared in the Telegram on Introduction Mechatronics Part 1, Part 2 is also inside here. Okay, on the wire bond processes also is inside here for the semiconductor processes. So let's look at the first video. Sekejap. Is there any sound? Can you hear?
No.
No.
No,
There's no
Doctor.
sound. Oh, okay. There's no sound. Kejap I stop sharing balik. Start sharing. Ni video. Share. Okay. Optimize for text and image. Motion. Okay. This one. Share. Right. Kan tengok kejap Ada tak sekarang?
Ada.
Ada? Okay, so I start balik. So you just watch this video. It's about 2 minutes only. Okay. Sekejap. Alright. Okay. So from the video, can you summarize? Anyone? You can put that in the chat if you want. Okay. So what can you summarize? Or you can unmute je.
Mechatronic ni semua benda kita boleh buat.
What type of field was it?
Mechanical, electronic, fluid,
Robotic.
robotic, programming.
Okay, so basically they cover everything kan? So mechatronics ni. And if you see that even in my video, the one that I recorded so it's explaining on the terminology of mechatronics. So go through that video because for that video, I'm not going to summarize it, okay? But we are going to jump into a case study, okay, later on. So this one is one example. And if you see just now, actually what was the person doing? What was the engineer doing just now? Any idea?
Repair the machine or the error.
Okay, correct. Repair the machine or error. And actually the industry that he was going into, it is the semiconductor industry. If you look at the setting, so that is one of the example that I give you in the Wakelet, the link of semiconductor industry. I asked, and in that link is that, and also the PDF is about the front end and back end. And under that front end and back end, there are lots of processes. Each processes, they have their own machine. So basically what this engineer did was that, maybe he's a vendor. Okay, I'm not sure. But normally in an industry, you have the engineers and technician. Technician is normally they take care of the machine. A normal problem, they can actually repair it directly. Okay, but an engineer in industry is that their task is basically to solve big problem. Means that if there is a production line and you actually produce products, each processes has their own monitoring before processes, during process, and after processes. So there are different batch of product going out from each machines, and from there they can actually detect if the product already have error. Okay, so and if you see on top of each machine, if I were to just go through, okay, on each machine you can see that there's a indicator on top of each machine, and the machines basically have a red and green there. Okay, if I were to share to you guys, previously I was working in Infineon, so for Infineon, that each of the machine has actually 3 different color on top. It's like basically like a traffic light. The red, green, and yellow. Green means go. Means that the machine has no problem. Yellow means that indicating that the machine stopped due to some error. Means that maybe there's the raw material, the gold wire that is supposed to be on the machine is already out, and so it stopped automatically. Okay, and red means that the machine is down. Down means that basically engineer need to repair it. Okay, technician cannot actually repair it, so the engineer job is to troubleshoot. So this is where this engineer actually come in to actually troubleshoot everything. And you see that the component, especially in semiconductor, is that they have lots of mechanical parts. They have lots of electronics parts. And they also have robotic, because lots of the processes using robotics. Okay, for example, wire bond process, they using the wire bond very small robot hands, so it's very fast, in a nanosecond saja dia punya movement. So that means that it also need controller. So in all, if I were to share to you guys, you guys are in the correct field of engineering. Meaning that later on, if you were to find a job, okay, your field, okay, mechatronics, can actually go to any job, okay, description. So if it's job for mechanical engineer, you also can pick up that job, as long as you have the skills. Okay, so that is one video that I wanted to share. Okay, and there is another video. Okay, let me see if the video is how many minutes 10 minutes.
In this
Okay, this video is 10 minutes, so I'm going to skip, okay, right now. But please, later on, go through the video, okay, on your own, because it's going to explain what do mechatronics engineer do. Okay, so you're going to look at it, okay? And also, I also link, there's a talk, I'm not sure if you did join this. Anyone joined the talk that I gave on Saturday recently, on 2 October? 2 October, I actually gave a talk on towards securing industry training placement and graduate employability. Ada yang join tak? If you
Yang
have...
pukul 9 pagi
Yes, 9 to 12. Anyone join?
Belum lagi.
Belum Okay, kalau tak join tak apa, because that time... kejap. Mana nak play ni? Okay, at that time is that it was tied to senior student. Okay, senior student means that especially for those who are 3rd year, because they are going to look for placement. Okay, placement, training placement, and it's targeted for 4th year also, because 4th year are going to graduate after finishing the 4th year. So what I share in this basically, okay, you can just go to this later on, because it's recorded. For those who... So it's 3 hours, so you can take your time to go through. But I think go through from now, because in the video is that I share on how to actually make yourself visible, and how to, and there is actually a hands-on session on using LinkedIn. So have everyone heard of LinkedIn? LinkedIn. L-I-N-K. Sekejap. LinkedIn. Anyone heard of LinkedIn? Yeah, job search. Correct. Okay, so tak adalah, tak tahu kan. Okay, so that's good if you have heard about it, because some student at that time, when I was given the talk, some of them do not actually know about the LinkedIn. Okay, let me just share to you very simple about the slide. It's similar to Munir. It's job hunting basically. It's similar like Facebook lah, if you want to make it similar, but it's for professional. We do not actually share about your own personal life over there. It's about LinkedIn. It's like job street. Okay, so what I shared on that day was on, and you can go, there's a document also there. Later I will be sharing the slide. So what I shared to you is that how to be an employable graduate. Means that don't towards the end 4th year baru nak tahu macam mana nak jadi employable graduate. Can I just confirm any foreigner here before I start speaking in Malay? Any foreigner here? If there is foreigner, please reply in the chat. Any foreigner ke? Semua orang boleh berbahasa Melayu kan? Okay, so I'm going
Boleh,
to
Doktor.
boleh. So I'm going to combine between English and BM. Okay, so if you see here, sebenarnya why did I want to share this one? This one is actually from my own idea to share it to student FKE, and Alhamdulillah lah, on that Saturday, even though it's on Saturday, lots of student join. It's about, I think, roughly 180 student join, and it's not only for FKE student, it's for other student also ada join from different faculty, and also alumni, which is 4th year, already graduated, they also join this slot. So what I shared was that how to be an employable graduate. So you just go through the video. Is what I shared is basically to have the skills, the correct skills from now throughout your study. For your study, do not only rely on classes. Means that the skills that you have learned through classes, because that skills might not be enough. So later I will going to this actually in the list on how to be employability. So well, okay, this one how to improve your graduate employability. So this one is I shared in the recording. Okay, you can go through. And then is how to optimize your online presence for job hunting. So this is really important, because nowadays students are just thinking about, oh, I want to look at find industrial placement, LI. Okay, I'm going to write a CV and send a letter to a company and just wait. Okay, that might be the common things that you do, or you send an email to the company and there is no reply. So what I'm sharing is that how to be online present, optimizing your online presence. So in the part 2 is that I share on how to prepare a good CV. The CV is 2 pages, so what you need to include in the CV. And lastly is the hands-on session using LinkedIn lah. So if I can just share to you what LinkedIn look like. Okay, anyone here have a LinkedIn account? You can answer in the chat. Anyone here have LinkedIn account? Yes, okay. Kalau yes, that's great. Okay, kalau yang tak ada, make sure you open it after immediately. So don't wait until your 4th year or 3rd year to go for placement, then you just want to open it. Start from now. So this is my LinkedIn account basically. So what I shared is how to do the setup in the LinkedIn account also. How to do the profile, how to do the headline here, how to actually do the banner. So, and what the beauty of LinkedIn is that you need to update all the important things. Example, your experience. What your experience? I'm 16 years working at UTM, and what type of administration job that I'm working at. And then also your work experience, working at Infineon, part-time and so on. Education is also important. This is where the employee will actually look at your CV before they Google it. Okay, Google your information. So this one is how they filter out. Okay, so this is really important to update. And what I want to share is the best thing that you can do right now. If you, for example, if you look at job alert, okay, or even if you see here underneath here, recommended for you, okay, I didn't open my page for any job, means that I already have a job, so I don't open for network, okay. But if you see here is that they recommend me automatically, okay, there's a job opening at as a principal engineer package technology based on my CV, okay, product development team leader. So opening lots of job over here. Okay, lots of job for different company. It will match to your profile. And for student, especially for student that plan to do LI, don't worry. For example, you plan to do an LI on automation. Okay, because automation is a part of mechatronics. So you can just filter. Okay, experience level internship. You see that there is 57, okay, opening. So this is how you can apply. But before applying, make sure that your profile is up. So please don't forget to watch the video here. Okay. So that's what I want to share before we start our real session. Okay, for class. Okay, now we are going to the second part. Okay, part 2, which is the design process. Okay, in design process, if you read through, okay, there are total 7 types of processes. And first one is that to Okay, the first part is that to identify needs for customer from market research. Means that you have a problem. Okay, industry have a problem. Okay, so you need to identify what is the problem, what is the solution. Okay, so second one is that analyze problem from the needs. So example, if the company needs something example of a case study that I linked to the Wakelet, is that lower body rehabilitation robot, okay. So exoskeleton basically. So it's for rehab center. So you know that in rehab center, is that they need to do it manually. So sometimes the patient, they cannot actually move their legs because of, for example, stroke and so on, because after operation, sleep disc and so on. So they cannot move their legs. So they need to be helped. Okay, they need to be assist. So this lower limb robotic exoskeleton will actually help them to actually rehab the process further. So, and based on that needs is that you need to analyze the problem. What type of sensor are required? What type of input that is required? What type of output? Output means that what do you want to control? Yeah. So this is you need to analyze next. The third one is that based on the function and feature, means that function to actually measure the rotation of the exoskeleton. Okay, so you need to determine whether you need to have what type of actuator. So later on in the chapter, I think chapter 5, 6, 7, 8, you're going to learn about actuator. So there are 4 types of actuator. Fluid. Okay, for example, just now in the video is about fluid system. So that one is basically hydraulic actuator, okay, pneumatic actuator, and then you're going to learn about mechanical or mechanical actuator, or it's actually equivalent to mechanism. And also lastly is the electrical or electromagnetic actuator. So, and based on that, you need to depend on which one is the best based on force, okay, the torque that you want and so on. And next is to generate solution. Lastly is that to select it, and you're going to draw out the block diagram of the model later on. Okay. And product design, a detailed design will actually be done. Okay, based on the design that you actually come up in the system modeling. And lastly is that to draw out the drawing of the real system. Okay, means that you need to draw what location, where is all the location of the system. Okay, so based on that, okay, and in this video, okay, based on the step 1 to step 7 is that we are going to go to part number 2 here. Okay, and okay, you need to view first. I hope that you have already viewed the chapter 1 and chapter 2 recording. Okay, kalau belum view, I will give you time. Okay, I will give you time until 10 to view everything. And then your task is to identify and analyze the mechatronic system based on step 1 to 7. Okay, and okay, but you're not going to do all of that. I already put in Padlet what is the task. So basically for today during the breakup session is that I'm going to break you guys into 10 groups. Okay, so basically we have 40 something student, I think 40 something, about 44. So if we have 10 groups, then we have one group about 4 students. Okay, so based on that, you are going to actually upload your answer. So if you, and the answer will be uploaded at the Padlet here. So click there on the Padlet. Okay, this is the Padlet. And I already uploaded the question. Okay, case study 1 to 10. Okay, and which means that if you are breakup room 1, then your case study is case study 1. If you are in breakup room 10, then your case study is 10. Yeah? So identify the types of input to the system, means that based on the video. Okay, types of measured output. Okay, what are the output being measured? Types of sensor, types saja of sensor that you can see from the video. The types of actuator system, is it a mechanical system or mechanism? Or if you can write there what type of mechanism, will be very good. Okay, and next will be if there is any controller. I think most of it have controller, then you write it out. So basically what you need to do is that in the group breakup session is that you are going to discuss among yourself the list here. So types of input, list it out, types of input and so on. Okay, scan and upload your answer below in a PDF and submit with a title, case study and number. So basically what you need to do is that click on that and then your title group. So for example, group 1, okay, and then you can upload the attachment under here. Okay, so upload and it will be done. Okay, normally after upload, then we are going to have a discussion and students are going to explain. Means that class representative, the group representative will actually explain, okay, what they understood. Right? So this is how we are going to go through the task. Okay, so for the list of case study. Okay, list of case study is under this part. Okay, case study, click here. There's another Wakelet that I shared. Okay, so you can click it also. So you can see that there's a topic here, the lower body exoskeleton, case study 1. Okay, so it's until case study 10. Okay, so let's say that I'm going to click on the case study number 1 first. Okay, you can go to all of the video later on because you have not been assigned yet. Okay, during the breakout, I will assign it. So you go through the video.
Greetings, everyone.
Okay, example,
Firstly,
go through the view.
the pressure is adjusted.
So basically, based on the video, you need to determine what type of actuator. Okay, just if you do not know what type of actuator being used or what type of input, then you need to do a more research. Okay, type in Google low body exoskeleton. Okay, for rehabilitation. So find the details. Okay, if you do not know the specific terms. So this is and basically all of the video are my final year project students. My final year students, this one I think is summer 2016, summer the recent one. This one is 2020. So the recent one, So basically this one is what we are going to do today. So may I know if you guys go through the recording for the class here, chapter 1, chapter 2, this one, I already mentioned to you all to actually go through the session.
Yeah.
Done, Yeah, I hope done because we are not going to do it now. We are going to discuss directly, My audio is bad enough that I can't hear your voice. I have to fix the audio. Okay, please do, Okay, so, okay, hopefully you have viewed everything. If you have viewed everything, then we are going to jump to a breakout session lah. Okay, kita tak nak lah buang masa, So, let me just check. Okay, are you guys ready? Okay, we are 9:40. Okay, I will give you time, including the go to the video to watch the video if you haven't watched it yet. Okay, but let me just share to you. Okay, for the video, you know right, in YouTube video you can actually fast forward. For example, my video is 20 minutes. Don't watch it 20 minutes. You can fast forward it. Click on setting, and I normally will actually make the speed increase to 1.5 or 2 depending lah. Okay, so instead of 10 minutes, it becomes 6 minutes, so you can finish everything much more faster. Okay, so this is the tips on how to actually view recording. So don't go with the normal speed. Then whatever it stated there in the video 10 minutes, then you are going to watch it 10 minutes. So for breakout session, that it will be automatically, okay, and every breakout session student will be jumble around. Okay, you're not going to be fixed under one group. This is the reason why I want students to communicate and to know each other. And it's advisable if during the breakout session at least you have a mic. Okay, mic kena bercakap. Sebab kalau tak ada mic, you cannot speak and you cannot discuss in breakout session. And similar to what I did during class, one of the students in the breakout session need to be proactive. Be proactive and share the screen. Okay, so you guys can watch together the video. Okay, so be proactive. And how to share screen with the audio just now is that when you share the video, you click that the audio with motion and video. So when you click that, then the video sound will also come out. Okay, so your friend can hear it. So I'm going to assign breakout session now. Okay, I'm going to set it until now it's 9:42. So can we do it until 10 a.m? Okay, so breakout session is 10.
Random Prof?
Yes, random. Nanti you guys akan masuk breakout session. Dan paparan nanti kat tepi tu akan keluar breakout session 1 until 10. Okay, the one that you can click is the one that you can enter. You cannot enter any group yang you tak boleh klik, tak boleh masuk lah. So randomly masuk. And then automatically I will actually set. Okay, assignment participant automatically. So I'm going to assign automatically. Okay, breakout session until 10. So okay, saya dah assign ni. So satu group dalam 5 orang. Ada yang 5, ada yang 4. Okay, kejap saya check setting. Allow attendee to return to main room. Allow attendee to join session later. Attendee breakout session. Okay, breakout session ni kita 9.45. So basically saya bagi masa dalam 15 minit lah 15 minit. Or do you want 20 minutes? Saya bagi 20 minutes lah. Okay, 20 minutes. So it's until 10 5 minutes or 20. Okay, basically nanti dia akan terus trigger Ada tinggal lagi 1 minit, you akan masuk balik kepada main session So while doing the breakout session, you guys can also take a break lah kalau perlu You dalam tu you decide lah sendiri dalam group. So okay. Alright. So nanti I will jump to each of the breakout session to see how is the progress Okay. So if you get breakout session 10 means that your case study is case study 10. If your breakout session is number 7, then your case study is 7. Okay. So I'm going to start it now. Alright. You should be able to go enter the breakout session. Okay, Fahmi dengan Nick. Nick Syahrul. Are you actually in front of the PC right now? You are left. Fahmi dengan Nick. You are actually the only one. Please enter the breakup session. Click on the breakup session that is available for you Nick? Okay, hello? Guys? Okay, this breakout session.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, so who's leading here? Okay, can somebody lead the process?
Hello, dengar tak?
Okay,
Dengar.
alright. Start discussion
Doktor ada dalam ni ke?
Ya, saya ada. Saya masuk dalam ni sebab saya akan tengok student bercakap ke tak. Okay, so start discussing Okay, somebody need to lead
Doktor ada dalam ni ke? Hello?
Ya, saya ada. Sorry, saya lupa nak unmute. Ada, saya ada. Saya tengah tengok, saya tengah monitor student. You kena discuss sendiri Saya tengok. Saya just side je. Tengok daripada jauh.
Ya. Nak. So this is breakout session 1. So the case study first, case study 1, isn't it?
Yes. You must breakout session 1 then case study 1. Okay. I would suggest.
Hello?
Dengar tak suara saya?
Dengar.
Ya, korang janganlah malu-malu. Ni dalam breakout session 5 orang je kot. Tadi 44 orang kan, ramai sangat. So ini tinggal 5 orang je. 5 orang je, janganlah malu. Okay, so kena bercakap. 1, share screen. Somebody share screen. If you have a computer, share screen. Then buka video apa tadi? Case study 1 lah sebab you breakout session 1 kan. Kat atas tu ada tulis breakout session 1 So buka lah, you share. Alright, saya akan lompat balik, datang balik, and at least and make sure that by the end of this you need to upload your answer to Padlet Padlet. Alright. Okay.
Ya.
Okay. Okay. Aduh, kau sudah tengok itu video?
Aku sudah dari semalam je dah tengok.
Aku belum lagi.
Yang kita punya yang video kedua ni dia pasal robot arm.
Apa tu?
Robot arm.
Okay. Hello. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Ya.
Saya masuk sini. Saya nak tengok ada discussion ke tak. Okay, sekarang ni yang bercakap apa? Nick dengan Adam
Ya,
Okay. Yang lain ada bercakap? Okay, macam ni. Saya guide sikit lah. Okay. Saya guide sikit. Sekarang ni you're dalam satu group. Okay, selalunya if you're in a group, you need to have a leader. Somebody need to lead. And I'm sure you guys kan, you daripada diploma pun mungkin kan. Ataupun you pernah ada assignment as a group. Siapa, kalau you tak pernah pun jadi team leader, you kena lead sekarang ni. Tunjukkan credibility you because this is where you can actually be a graduate employable. Later on lead by example. Okay, share your screen. Macam saya buat tadi. Share screen. Buka page yang tadi, case study 2. Okay. Tadi saya ada dengar, Nick dengan Adam tengah berbual kan? Tak payah unmute mic lah masa saya cakap. Boleh jawab-jawab je So, you guys tengah berbual. So, okay, this one is, maybe you guys dah tengok 2 orang. Yang lain tak tahu lagi. So, what we need to do is that, one person share the video, share screen dia, play. Sebab video tu sekejap je, tak sampai 2 minit kot saya rasa. After that, discuss. Okay?
Ya,
And somebody...
Video ni kena download ke macam mana?
Tak, play je. Tekan je kat word clear tu. Tekan je. Buka lah screen, share screen. Saya tunjuk.
Share macam mana ni? Saya tak biasa.
Oh, tak biasa. Kat bawah you tu ada share kan? Ada mute, ada stop video, ada share.
Okay.
Okay? So, tekan share.
Kejap
Dia tak biasa ni satu benda lah. Tak biasa kena adapt cepat kita ada guna Webex, kita ada guna MS Team, kita ada Google Meet. Okay. So walaupun saya pun selalu tak biasa juga. Google Meet saya tak biasa. Tapi kita kena adapt lah. Kita tahu yang semua platform ni ada share button. Tekan share.
Hilang. Hilang. Dulu.
Siapa-siapa lah yang boleh share. Nak tunggu Adam lambat sangat kan? Yang siapa yang boleh share tu share sekarang lah. Share. Okay. So, macam tu. Okay, pergi ke Wakelet tadi. Case study punya.
Kejap, madam.
Ya. Yeah. You punya laptop hang ke apa? Oh, ni kawan you dah share tadi. Okay.
Oh, saya tekan.
Kawan you dah share, you pergi share balik, dah terkeluar. Okay, tak apa. Tak apalah. Ni case study 2 kan? Ni case study 2 ke? Okay. So, start balik daripada first video tu. Play. Semua orang dengar. Okay. And tengok. Okay. Masa semua orang dengar. Okay. Ambil apa tadi keyword di Padlet tadi yang you kena hantar sebagai assignment. Okay. Apa tadi? Input kan? Output, measured, sensor apa digunakan. List lah. Ataupun bagilah assignment setiap seorang. Determine apa input. Okay, tapi tak apa. Go through the video first. Lepas habis video nanti, discuss lah together. Okay, apa-apa tadi input dia? Okay, discuss. Apa output dia tadi? Discuss beramai-ramai. Sekarang ni, you bukan buat individu. You buat sebagai group. Okay? So, boleh? Saya akan leave group. Saya akan pergi kepada next group.
Dia kalau motion sensor biasa dia detect pergerakan.
Sebab dia kan
Masalah.
TV kan. So motion sensor lah untuk detect pergerakan yang dia record.
Okay, hi. Okay, very good. Tengah ada discussion Okay, continue.
Ada.
Okay, continue.
Tapi kalau motion sensor biasa kita yang gerak baru benda tu ni follow.
Hello?
I mean, it's not what we have to measure. I think we have to identify what components they are using.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
This is Dr. Mariam. I'm just looking at what your group discussing. So, have you watched the video?
Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor.
Already, So you are discussing,
Yeah, we are.
Yes,
Alright.
doctor.
Okay, continue.
Dia punya video tu tak lengkap lah. Kita kena cari apa ni, info luar.
Okay, hi. Guys.
Yes,
Okay, tengah discuss sekarang ni? Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Tengah discuss dah tengok video semua. Okay, very good. Continue.
Doktor, yang untuk input ni, dia macam input daripada sensor tu lah ataupun macam mana? Sistem punya input tu.
Okay. Normal, kalau you tengok most of mechatronic system dia adalah sistem yang ada closed loop kan? Betul?
Yeah.
Dia ada closed loop. Contohlah closed loop tu adalah example kalau you tengok yang robot ni, dia ada sensor, betul? Dia ada sensor tak? Ada sensor kan?
Ada.
So based on sensor tu, dia akan bagi feedback lah kepada input tadi. So input tadi adalah reference lah basically. Reference tu apa?
Direction yang dia
Dia normally input ni dengan output adalah benda sama yang you measured sebab dia akan compare kan. Reference error kan. Dia reference minus output dan you dapat error. Then based on that baru dia buat correction. Okay. So reference tu dia trick question lah sebenarnya. Kalau you jawab input dengan output tu different type then memang you tak faham konsep lah. Tapi tak apa. Saya nak tengok at the beginning of the class ni macam mana you punya kepahaman. later when we go through each chapter nanti kita akan lebih elaborate on this. So itu satu lah. Okay. And then actuator dia, contoh actuator yang ini, you boleh tengok lah apa actuator yang digunakan kan. So discuss lah. Okay. Alright. Continue
Okay.
Okay. Siapa ni B0121110027. Siapa ni
Puan, saya tadi ada masalah lain.
Oh, tadi you group mana? You group breakout session nombor mana?
Saya baru masuk ni kan.
Oh, you baru masuk. You tak ada lagi assign pada group? Okay, saya masukkan you dalam, sebab sekarang ni group lain tengah discuss. So, saya masukkan you dalam group, group nombor 8 Okay.
Baik, Puan.
Kejap. Move to session 8. Okay, nanti you klik je. Assalamualaikum. Group ni ada discussion tak?
Ada dekat chat Puan.
Ada
Dekat
Okay,
chat,
okay. Oh, kat chat. Okay. Alright. So, continue Okay, hello guys.
Yes, Kak.
You all tengah buat breakout session. You all tengah tengok case study 7 kan?
Case study 7
not have add the link.
Tak ada link?
Ada.
Tak ada link?
Nampak hanya 9 saja.
Oh, ya ke?
Case study 7 ni
6,
don't have
7.
to.
Okay, sorry. Mungkin I termiss tu. Okay, tak apa. You buat je case study 1 Okay? Nanti you upload, you letak situ case study 1 lah. Okay, alright. Tak apa, continue. I termiss lah tadi. Salah type. Okay. Hi guys.
Hi.
Tengah discuss ke? Discuss dalam kesenyapan. Macam mana? You all discuss guna chat ke macam mana?
Guna voice.
Oh, guna voice. Tadi dah discuss?
Dah.
Oh, dah. Dah upload kat Padlet?
Sedang buat.
Sudah buat. Okay. Saya tadi lupa nak bercakap, nak bagi tahu. Bila upload di Padlet, letak nama team members update juga. Maknanya bawah group, for example, you punya group 8 kan? Group 8, letak nama team members lah. Dalam Padlet tu
Okay.
Okay. Oh. Hi guys. Hi. You all dah siap upload di Padlet ke?
Belum.
Dah siap? Belum lagi? Dah discuss dah?
Tengah discuss.
Tengah discuss. Okay. Nanti kan bila you upload di Padlet tu, other than you letak situ breakout session 9, group 9, you letak juga nama team members nama ahli kumpulan dalam tu. Okay. Itu sajalah. Okay, continue
Okay, Doktor.
Okay, hi guys. Dah dia discuss dah?
Ada tapi input tak tahu.
Apa dia? Input tak tahu, tak apa. Discuss je dulu. Nanti masa you all present nanti I akan bagi komen lah. Okay. So anyway, di Padlet nanti make sure that you, other than you put there case study 10, you also put there your team members name. Team members name tu letak jugalah. Contoh kalau group 10 ni Luqman, Syafi, Nurul Ain dengan Tarshini okay. Alright. Okay, saya leave session ni. So, continue Alright, Qayyim. Okay, Qayyim, you group mana tadi?
Saya group 8.
Group 8, kejap saya masukkan balik.
Okay, baik.
Kejap, breakup assignment. Qayyim group 8
Ya.
Group 8, kejap. 8. Okay dah. Fatin? Fatin baru masuk ke?
Tak, saya ada setengah masuk dua-dua laptop dengan phone sebab laptop saya audio dia jadi echo. Dia tak dengar langsung.
So you nak masuk group mana?
Group 2.
Group 2. Sekejap. Okay dah. Lagi seorang ni siapa? B012
Wan Fatini.
Okay, group mana?
Tadi puan cakap group 8.
Tadi dah masuk kan? Keluar balik?
Dia automatik keluar.
Oh lah, ya ke? Okay, break. Saya masuk group 8 Okay dah. Hai. Siapa yang tekan tadi? Minta pertolongan.
Doktor.
Apa? Nak minta apa? Ada yang tak soalan apa yang tak faham
Tu tentang
8, 9 lah.
kalau kira backup doktor dalam website Wakelet kan, ada 9 video. So
okay.
Kami,
Oh, you ke group mana? Group 8 Kejap
So yang
tadi
kami,
bukan tadi. You group 8. So you buat nombor 8 lah.
yang nombor 8 tu yang pasal car suspension system ke?
Kejap.
Mobil robot.
Tak, nombor 8 tu yang mobile robot for night vision. Case study 8. Yang ada masalah tadi group 7 je. Group 7 tu saya typo. So dia buat mana-mana lah yang dia nak. Tapi kalau you guys, sebab you dah assign pada breakout 8, so you buat nombor 8 lah.
Okay.
Bukan tadi dah discuss? Tadi dah masuk kan group ni?
Dah. Cuma
dah
tadi
kan?
silap YouTube.
Tak apalah. Silap YouTube tu 4 orang silap ni masalah besar lah kan. Okay, so
tadi panggil pun sebab ada 2 orang tiba-tiba hilang tu, tak nak panggil.
Okay. Tak apa. Yelah, 2 orang hilang kan. Kejap, saya pun tadi kat dalam breakout room saya tak perasan. So tak apa, continue. Tapi masa tinggal 4 minit je lagi Okay, so kena cepat sikit lah. Okay.
Okay. Doktor, untuk soalan pertama input tu kan, dia nak kena bagi tahu apa? Okay.
I think you have learned about control kan? Control system engineering. Okay, dalam block diagram, okay, kalau you actually go through main video yang part 1 dengan part 2 tu, sebenarnya dalam tu dah ada explanation tentang input. So, so kalau you bertanya kat saya input tu apa, means that you tak go through the video lagi. Itu saya punya assumption lah.
Tak,
Okay.
dalam video BI saya kurang faham.
Okay, kurang faham. Okay, input ni adalah selalunya kan bila you ada sistem, okay, you nak gerakkan mobile robot contoh. You nak gerakkan dia and then mobile robot tu kalau you tengok mungkin mobile robot tu dia bergerak dia avoid obstacle. Betul? So, dia ada sensor juga. So, normally yang kawal robot tu adalah also sensor lah sebab dia akan determine which movement of the robot tu. So, means that sensor tu detect apa? Detect obstacle. Obstacle which is distance. Distance daripada obstacle. So, dia akan measure dalam milimeter atau sentimeter lah. So, reference dia selalunya, ni trick question sebenarnya. Input dengan output benda sama yang you measure. Sebab kalau you ada closed loop, means that reference minus output, you dapat error kan? So, that error is actually the input to you punya controller lah. Okay, so you tak apa, you jawab je apa dia. Kalau you nak jawab input kepada you punya actuator pun tak ada masalah. Means that input pada actuator adalah apa? Kalau actuator pneumatic, apa input dia? Kalau actuator you electric apa input dia?
Okay, doktor.
Okay?
Faham.
Faham
Thank you, doktor.
Okay. So tak apa, continue je discuss dulu 4 orang ni. Nanti upload di Padlet, nanti saya akan bagi input lah based on semua group punya discussion. Okay?
Okay.
Hello? Hello? Haris? Azim? Rishan Raj? Anis baru masuk ke? Atau terkeluar daripada breakout session?
Baru masuk.
Baru masuk? You all semua baru masuk?
Tak, Doktor. Baru keluar dari breakout.
Chris and Raj, you nak masuk group mana? Breakout session mana tadi? Dah habis ke discussion? Dah habis discussion ke? Tak dengar? Okay, yang baru masuk, unfortunately kita nak habis dah breakout session. So next time kena datang awal kelas. We start at 9.
Tadi dah breakout session lah tadi. So,
Haris,
dah habis dah.
Sekarang breakout session. Nak.
dah siap ke?
Kami
Oh,
satu grup tadi.
Oh, tadi dah keluar
Kami keluar tadi dah habis.
Dia dah keluarkan Kenapa yang lain tak keluar lagi Kejap saya, tak apa, macam tu. Okay, you all boleh pergi nak toilet break kejap. Saya endkan semua breakout session Okay, breakout session akan close dalam masa 1 minit So, kita standby je. And untuk sementara tu, make sure, I hope that you all dah upload the answer to Padlet. Tak ada pun any answer.
Prof, yang upload ni upload gambar
Tak kisah you nak upload gambar JPEG ke, nak upload PDF ke. You tahu kan guna scanner kan? Scanner apps handphone kan?
Kena download
Masa politeknik dulu macam mana you ambil exam?
Saya offline dulu.
Offline? Oh, tak ada face to face?
Face to face saya offline kelas dulu. Lama dah.
Oh, ya ke? Okay. Tak apa, nanti saya explain. Tapi tak apa, kalau you tak gerti macam mana nak scan, kejap lagi saya ajar. But anyway, dalam yang Padlet tu, yang sekarang ni Padlet ni kan, you boleh tekan je plus ni. So, dalam plus tu, you letaklah group number kan, group 1 contoh. Lepas tu, bawah ni write something tu, write you punya, ambil je, copy paste je atas ni. Semua ni, teks ni kan tadi, you boleh copy paste. Letak je kat sini. Okay, before you letak tu, letaklah nama you punya team member. So, satu nama apa semua, lepas tu baru you punya jawapan. Okay, just tekan je. Jawapan you tadi, input dia apa? Input, dan nombor 2 apa? Output. Okay, so boleh type lah. Alright.
Tak payah scam tak apa lah.
Tak payah scam pun tak apa. Untuk first time ni mungkin ada yang tak pandai lagi guna scanner tu. So tak apa. Optional lah, you boleh upload, boleh type je situ. Kalau nak upload pun tak ada masalah.
Okay.
Prof, nak tanya.
Hmm.
Wakil je yang kena upload atau
Wakil je.
Okay.
Sebab tu saya tulis situ team member tu. You kena siapa yang upload tu, dia kena letak lah nama team member dia siapa. Inilah masa dia. Masa sepatutnya dalam breakout session tadi, you berkenalan kan. Ada nama semua. Masa tu tanya nama. Nama jangan letak nama yang nama ni lah, nama manja ke apa. Tak adalah. Letaklah nama sebenar kan. Nama sebenar. Kalau Mariam. Okay. So, seorang saja upload. Okay, saya rasa semua dah masuk dalam ni. 44 orang ni. Breakout session dah close kot. Okay, so saya tengah tunggu upload jawapan daripada pelajar. Upload ni seorang saja dalam group tadi. Sebab tu saya mention, student kena select seorang leader. team leader lah basically. The leader tu yang perlu hantar submit jawapan. Okay. Kalau you guys tengok yang bawah ni, okay, upload your answer. Okay, letak situ group number. Okay. Case study number lah. Contoh group 1 atau case study 2. Okay. Case study 2 tu make sure edit lah sikit Edit balik you punya submission tu, whoever yang upload tu, dia yang kena edit kawan you tak boleh edit. Edit sikit, masukkan nama member kawan kamu tadi, ada 4 orang atau 5 orang tadi. Okay, dan masukkan dia punya detail lah. So, saya tahulah siapa yang submit. Sebab later on, toward the 14th week nanti, you guys akan bertukar-tukar group members. So, at least you tahu masa case study nombor pertama ni tadi, you dengan siapa. Case study nombor 2 dengan siapa. And later on, I believe that later on, you akan find out that, oh, I really like this person. Senang nak discussion and so on. So, later on, this is where student do networking. Dengan kawan-kawan lah. Sebab sekarang ni pun, kan remote learning. Macam mana you guys nak bercakap dengan kawan-kawan kan? So, inilah masa dia. Saya bagi satu platform lah. Okay, so saya masih lagi tengah tunggu upload daripada pelajar lain. Baru je satu group ni. Case study 2 siapa tadi? Minta update. Siapa yang submit di Padlet tu minta dia tolong update number team member. Sebab saya pun tak tahu siapa yang submit ni. Saya tak tahu siapa yang submit.
Jai bro.
Case study 1 here. This name. Tulis nama aku weh. Pergilah tulis dalam chat tu. Kat chat tu, tulis di situ. Group 1. Nanti ramai-ramai lah tambah nama. Alah macam WhatsApp group kan. Group 1, nama letak bawah. Copy paste lah. Letak je kat chat tu. Beramai-ramai. So nanti ada seorang yang siapa yang upload nanti, dia kena pick up nama. Louis, you kenalah letak bawah group 1 ke group mana? I tak tahu. You letak nama macam tu saja. I don't know. You group mana Tadi kena bercakap kot, saya rasa. Group 1, letak nama dalam chat. Saya dah letak. Boleh lah macam tu.
Group 3 je, group 3 je.
Letak situ. Group 3, bawah nama. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tak susah pun. Group 1 contoh. Contoh yang macam saya letak dalam chat tu. Letaklah nama celah-celah tu. Grup 1 je ada nama tu. Grup yang lain mananya? Grup lain dah collect nama dah?
Dah upload dah.
Okay. Dah upload? Okay. Okay lah, saya macam ni. Sementara nak tunggu you guys upload ni kan. Sebab macam, I nampak macam ada tak banyak lagi upload ni. Group 3, 4. Okay, so saya bagi until 10:30. Okay, sementara tu mana group yang dah siap upload, boleh take a break. 10:30 kita start balik 10:30 untuk discussion Okay?
Okay, Prof.
Alright.
Syamila.
Ada orang cari tu.
Dah.
Dah alright.
Cek balik betul tak?
Boleh lah tu, walaupun Izul kurang satu Z.
Mana?
Izul tu
Janji ada bunyi.
Izul tu double Z, tak apa lah. Layan je lah.
Janji ada bunyi jadi lah.
Oh, ada 2 Z Ada salah nama lagi ke?
Tu je lah kot. Tak ada apa dah kot.
Sedap je air tu Is.
Sedap lah. Simpan 1 hari. Doktor ada lagi tak? Saya nak tanya lah.
Okay, semua dah upload?
Doktor, saya nak tanya doktor.
Ya?
Yang macam apa? Yang dekat week 1 kelas tu kan? Kan doktor ada bagi tu untuk student yang plan nak ambil course ni. Dia kena register dengan PA sebelum 18.10
Tak, itu kalau pelajar yang normal lah. Normal. Tapi kalau case yang you direct entry yang baru masuk ni kan, dia okay, yang direct entry yang baru masuk ni, you punya PA dah panggil tak untuk discuss transfer credit?
Belum.
Belum lagi? You tahu siapa PA?
Tahu, dah masuk group lah. Tapi tak ada cakap apa-apa lagi.
Petangnya dah.
Ni. Ada
Okay.
tanya dah.
Okay, so basically yang I'm not sure kalau dalam group ni mungkin ramai direct entry yang normal student tak ada masalah sebab dia dah buat pra-pendaftaran sebelum ni last semester masa minggu ke-10 tu dah buat pra-pendaftaran. Tapi just in case kalau dia salah section, dia register section 1 dan dia kena yang 8, 9, 10 tu adalah untuk pelajar yang last semester punya yang ada kat dalam UTM lah. Kalau untuk you all yang dah baru je masuk, so itu kena go through dengan you punya PA. So bukan deadline you bukan hari Jumaat ni lah. Sebab dengan PA you tu you kena 2 minggu at least. Sebab you nak kena discuss dulu boleh ke transfer and so on kan. So tapi bagi saya kalau tak silap saya lah untuk politeknik, mana yang bukan ambil mechatronics, dia memang kena wajib ambil subjek ni lah. Kalau dulu bukan mechatronics di engineering So sebab ada kan diploma yang general, yang electrical saja. So kalau yang electrical memang kena ambil subjek ni. Kalau yang mechatronics tu kemungkinan besar boleh transfer lah. Tapi dengan syarat yang saya cakap tu B+ dan ke atas saja. Okay. Dan dia kena tengok jugalah syllabus. Saya dah upload teaching plan. Kalau you tengok dalam ni ada teaching plan So you boleh tengok lah teaching plan ni. Syllabus yang ada dalam teaching plan subjek ni sama tak dengan you punya diploma. So basically yang pelajar diploma pun diploma yang baru masuk ni, apa yang you perlu buat kalau boleh dapatkan kalau ada handbook lah, harapnya ada handbook buku panduan akademik semasa diploma dulu, senarai subjek dengan topik-topik dia. So sebab kita nak transfer kredit tu kena tengok buku tajuk tu Okay.
Aduh, mana dah dapat lah benda tu. Rasa tak ada benda tu.
Kalau tahu
tak ada.
sikit boleh lah.
Rasa tak ada benda tu.
Tak ada.
Dekat FKE website dia.
I think you all macam ada yang beberapa daripada the same polytechnic kan? Mungkin bolehlah discuss. Mungkin you all ada simpan ke hard copy. Kadang-kadang sekejap.
Kita semula.
Okay, kalau UTM FKE ni kita ada buku handbook. Macam ni, sepatutnya kalau you all masuk physically ke UTM, you akan dapat buku handbook ni. Handbook ni semua ada, syllabus semua. Tapi sekarang ni sebab you all online kan, so buku handbook tu boleh dapat daripada FKE punya website. FKE punya website, you tahu kat mana nak ambil? Tahu tak? Tak tahu? Okay, kejap saya share. Kalau tak tahu, itulah saya tak apa, saya share. Kat mana? Ni website UTM, FKE UTM. So kat sini FKE. So you boleh pergi academic handbook ni, nampak tak academic handbook? Okay, for the case of you guys, sepatutnya you, tak silap saya lah, you patutnya ikut yang ni, program yang handbook 2021 ni. Sebab you direct entry. So, sekejap saya bagi link kat chat. So, you boleh tengok situ lah. Okay. So, semua ada dalam ni. Apa dia punya content untuk setiap subjek. Okay. So, boleh download lah yang tu. Alright, menjawab tak soalannya? Okay, tak apa. Itu nanti go through dengan you punya PA Saya bukan PA you. Nanti, so you kena discuss dengan PA. Okay, so sekarang ni dah 10.34. So, saya nak cepat sikit. Nanti kan tak ada masa pula dah. So, sekejap saya tutup dulu yang lain. Ini. Okay. Alright, sebelum saya nak discuss tentang assignment yang you all kasi, okay, sebelum tu, reason why saya, okay, kali ni saya dengan Dr. Fahmi, sebenarnya untuk subjek ni, saya penyelaras untuk subjek ni, saya penyelaras subjek yang akan selaraskan semua content semua, midterm, final exam dengan assignment. So basically, apa yang kita buat untuk kali ni, untuk batch kali ni adalah kita buat reverse engineering. Basically sebelum ni kita ajar chapters. Ajar satu-satu. Chapter 1 on Introduction to Mechatronics. Chapter 2 adalah on sensor, system measurement. Chapter 3 on data representation and so on. Towards the end, masa minggu ke-10 baru kami bagi assignment lah. Dan assignment ni adalah basically apa yang saya bagi you sekarang. Which is, bila towards the end, bila kami tengok assignment yang dihantar oleh pelajar dan final exam pun pelajar tidak dapat menjawab dengan baik lah. So, kami membuat analisis untuk CQI untuk semester ni, kita buat cara reverse engineering. Reverse engineering means that kita bagi sistem terus. Okay, untuk Introduction Mechatronics, ini sistem yang you should expect, yang you akan belajar. From there, kita akan go through one by one. Okay, so apa yang you belajar hari ni, yang you discuss dalam yang you upload di Padlet ni adalah baru first part dalam chapter 1, which is the basic component of mechatronics system. Okay, so saya bagi contoh lah, so that you get an idea apa yang saya masukkan ni mungkin tak faham juga. So ini contoh soalan final exam. Okay, which is soalan ni takkan repeat lah lagi untuk batch ni. Okay, saya akan bagi beberapa case study juga pada pelajar yang kita ada total case study lebih dari 10 so kita akan go through one by one later on. So ni contohlah case study. Okay, soalan final exam lebih kurang macam ni lah soalan dia, which is soalan dia sama macam assignment tapi pelajar masih tak boleh jawab. Okay, cumanya case study yang kami bagi, problem daripada industri adalah problem yang berlainan setiap kali. So kita bagi case study ni dalam bentuk, okay, analyze the problem given in the case study by doing the following. Sekejap, saya offkan ada somebody on mic. Okay, so dia cakap sini, you are given a case study. Okay, analyze the following documents. Okay, the first one is that identify at least 5 functions required to execute the process. Identify the following flow, energy, material, signal going into and out from each function. So yang ni lah yang saya tanya tadi. Okay, each function tadi kan. So apa dia input dan apa dia output. Okay, so but sekarang ni saya tanya tentang input and output of the system. Okay, later on kita akan go through untuk sensors apa dia input dan output. Untuk actuator apa dia punya input and output. Okay. Then for each function, describe how the function flow related to the problem. So macam mana setiap function ni akan membantu untuk selesaikan problem yang you ada pada setiap case study. Itu soalan nombor A. Soalan B adalah you kena lukis structure relating all identified function and flow of energy into a complete system. Maksudnya basically macam block diagram. Block diagram. Lukiskan block diagram untuk problem tersebut. Okay, so your answer must be in the form of functional block diagram. So total dia adalah 20 dengan 25 dengan 5. So basically 25 marks untuk question 1. Soalan yang kedua adalah okay, related to dengan case study juga. Okay, based on the function that you have identified in question 1, analyze the selection of suitable mechatronic components to perform each function. Okay, write your answer in a table such as in the following example. So contohlah fungsi. Fungsi tadi adalah you nak measure obstacle. Nak detect macam obstacle. So you contoh you tulis adalah measurement of obstacle. Okay, detecting obstacle. So pilihan pertama you akan tulis contoh ultrasonic sensor. Okay, one type of sensor category. Okay. Option kedua you tulis itu IR sensor. Okay. Pilihan ketiga, boleh carilah lagi. So, ini dalam kelas nanti bila kita dah masuk sensor, kita akan belajar. So, ada 3 pilihan sensor untuk fungsi detect obstacle. Okay. Dan you kena justify dalam ni nanti, kenapa you pilih sensor yang nombor 1, contoh. Okay. So, ni based on dia punya selection. Based on dia punya function of the sensor. Mungkin you tak boleh nak gunakan IR sensor. Untuk kalau obstacle tu made from glass. Sebab glass dia tak boleh nak pantulkan. So you kena guna ultrasonic sensor. So itu contoh-contoh lah. Okay. Last kali, second last adalah sketch the concept of your design by integrating the component. Label the component in your sketch. So basically apa yang you dah buat dalam part 1 tadi, question 1. Dan yang nombor 2 ni selection yang you dah pilih. So you akan design you punya system tu. Okay. Last kali adalah main sketch lah, basically sketch. Nombor 3, last kali adalah explain the working principle of the mechatronic system while referring to your sketch. So basically you kena explain balik macam mana fungsi sistem, macam mana sistem tu berfungsi based on komponen-komponen yang you dah explain tadi. Okay. So total dia adalah 25 markah. So ni contoh soalan. Okay, case study ni adalah contoh yang ni case study, salah satu case study yang diberikan. Okay. A winding machine. It's machine that winds materials such as metal wire, thread, paper or filament into spool. Kalau you pernah dengar 3D printer, 3D printer, dia ada spool yang dah ada filament tu. So basically kalau di manufacturing faculty ni atau dia boleh buat their own filament. Filament daripada recycling. Filament pun boleh juga. Dia cairkan balik filament tu dan dikeluarkan thread tu kena gulung. So mesin ni yang dia problem ni adalah dia ada filament yang panjang tapi tak boleh nak gulung. Kena gulung manually. So nak gulung manually itulah adalah problem statement dia. Okay. So FKPU10 requests you to develop an automatic winder spool machine for 3D printing filament that they produce in their lab. Okay. One problem that faced by FKP is that the filament winding process is very slow and not organized due to manual winding. Ini problem dia. Okay, tadi kalau perasan, itu masalah dia, industri. Itu masalah daripada satu sistem lah. So, the auto winding machine in the market is expensive, costing RM200 as shown in figure below. Okay, ni contoh yang benchmarking kat luar, ini macam ni filament dia. RM2,000. Okay, so sekarang ni, what you need to do is that you kena develop automatic winding spool machine must have the following requirement and specification. Adjust winding speed. Kena adjust winding speed. So, maksudnya you kena determine apa sensor yang perlu digunakan. Okay. Nombor 2, sensor to detect spool capacity is complete. Sensor apa untuk detect spool tu dah maksimum. Okay, bukan kosong tapi dah maksimum. Bila dah maksimum, dia kena stop automatically. Nombor 3, stop the winding process if error. So, dia kena detect error juga. So, apa dia? Okay. So, basically dalam satu sistem ni, you kena ada all the 3 main component lah yang saya share dalam chapter 1 punya recording tu kan. Chapter part 1 dan part 2. Ada saya explain adalah you can ada measurement system. Pertama. Nombor 2 adalah you kena ada actuator system. Nombor ketiga adalah you kena ada controller. Okay, nombor 3 main thing kena ada menjawab untuk case study ni lah. So, ni contoh. Okay. Okay, so sample answer by student Kalau saya boleh share sedikit lah. So, ini you apa yang kita expect, you jawab lah. Kalau tak boleh jawab yang itu dan dapat markah rendah lah. So, ni contoh pelajar. Okay. So, dia dapat 95, almost full Okay, mark sebab dia berjaya explain. Okay, function yang pertama push to start. So, apa dia punya flow, explanation dia. So, ini akan saya explain lah dalam kelas nanti. Towards 14 weeks nanti. Function block diagram, macam mana dia function, macam mana dia related to all of the component tadi. Okay. Lastly, second last adalah question 2 tadi. Okay, based on function tadi, tak pattern. So, apa jenis option yang boleh digunakan. So, contohlah macam movement of cylindrical motor ni. Okay, based on apa yang saya ajar dalam kelas, dia ada suggest, okay, guna stepper motor ataupun DC motor ataupun servo motor. So, reason why kenapa guna stepper motor, dia kena explain reason. Okay. Next, okay, dia banyak lah. Ini sebab dia do more than suppose, sebab tu boleh dapat almost full mark Kalau you buat cukup-cukup je, orang cakap dalam Jepun, giri-giri je kan, cukup-cukup makan je kan. Memang dapat sikit lah lagi kalau salah Okay, sketch, dia punya konsep tu. Okay, so dia pun keluarkan konsep tu based on apa yang dia dah sebelum tadi. So, dia cakap dia guna stepper motor. Dia lukis stepper motor. Dia cakap dia guna ultrasonic sensor kat sini. So, dia letak ultrasonic sensor untuk detect capacity of the filament tu penuh ke tak. Okay, dia letak push button kat sini. Dia guna Arduino semua. So, dia locatekan macam mana dia punya sketch tu. Last kali adalah explain working principle. So, explain lah. Okay, based on sketch tadi. So, this one, apa yang you expect lah towards the end of the semester, you are given a problem. Okay, dan you boleh come up with the overall system. Okay, so saya nak cepat je ni sebab dah masa dah 10.45. Okay, so saya panggil group nombor 1. Boleh tolong present wakil? Saya stop sharing. Okay, group nombor 1, open, sharekan screen dan terus present. Saya tengok, you bagi tahu dulu apa sistem you. Apa sistem yang you dapat dan saya akan terus komen. Group 1, please share screen. Salah seorang lah. Kita sekarang ni saya nak ajar pelajar cara untuk sharing screen, cara untuk nak communicate dengan orang lain. Okay. Okay, what was the topic? Exoskeleton Okay.
Exoskeleton rehabilitation. So, untuk type of input to the system, so our group discuss yang we think that is A lah. Clean compressed air. For type of measure is extending time and retracting time of pneumatic actuator. For
Okay.
type of sensor is magnetic sensor, is for detecting position of pneumatic actuator, and type of actuation system, pneumatic system. Dan last kali type of controller, push button controller. Yeah, a controller box tu.
Okay, alright. So I think almost full mark lah. Boleh I cakap macam tu lah. Almost full mark. But well, I can actually elaborate more lah. But on the type of input to the system is that if we are talking about the overall system, yes, correct. Air is the input. But when we are talking about the input to each of the mechatronics component, mechatronics component contoh ni tadi, measurement system tadi, apa dia punya input? Kepada you punya pneumatic actuator. So what's the input? Kita belum lagi go to that will be discussed in the next chapter lah. But I would say that I will accept the answer lah for this whole system. Okay, thank you Clement. Alright.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
good. Okay, group number 2. You can stop sharing. Group number 2, can you share? Mana group nombor 2? Boleh. Boleh share. Sharekan skrinnya. Lepas share skrin terus bercakap Kalau tak boleh, group number 2 nak ke tak saya comment on your answer. Kalau tak nak, saya skip. Okay, group number 3. Dia yang rugilah. Okay, group number 3. Next. Saya tak tunggulah. Okay, kalau tak group yang tak present tu, basically you tak nak, you don't want any feedback. So group 3, share. Wih, you punya script. Saya tengah nampak you punya ni WhatsApp. Okay. Syafiq Syafiq, saya tak dengar suara you tengah bercakap ke?
I will present for group 3.
Okay. Siapa?
Natra.
Natra, okay. Proceed. Explain first what type of case study did you get?
Tadi kita orang punya case study tu based on video tu kita orang dapat remote control dekat rumah macam monitoring remote monitoring.
Okay. You group 3 ke?
Betul.
Okay. Proceed.
Okay, so based on video tu dia tunjuk lah macam ada satu ada remote control macam ada kereta macam tu kan. Kat situ ada kamera, lepas tu dia ada board dekat situ. So dia macam monitor lah apa yang dekat dalam rumah kan. So types of input kita orang tulis battery ataupun receiver. Lepas tu yang kedua kita orang punya type of measure output, kita orang punya monitor ataupun monitoring visual. Dan yang ketiga adalah type of sensor, kita orang rasa kamera kot sebab kita tak dapat nak detect dekat dalam.
Yelah. Dia tak explain kan. But actually dalam projek tu dia ada guna obstacle sensor juga sebab dia walaupun dia manually control it from afar, tapi dia ada obstacle punya sensor sebab kalau dia detect obstacle dia boleh terus stop lah. So sebenarnya ada obstacle sensor juga Okay, next.
Okay, yang keempat adalah actuator. Yang keempat adalah type actuator system lah. Kita orang cakap motor lah sebab dia ada gunakan tayar kan. So bila ada tayar mesti ada motor. So yang kelima type of controller. Type of controller adalah kita orang rasa Arduino sebab macam nampak sikit board Arduino tu. Okay.
So if I were to comment so type of input battery ni, okay, basically we don't say battery, we say it's either current, voltage, okay, ataupun air ataupun fluid. Itu kita cakap sebagai input. Okay, basically for all student lah bukan group 3 saja. If you go through the video part 1 part 2 yang I punya recording tu, you will know that there is 4 types of input yang I explain dalam tu. So you need to go through lah, kalau belum go through lagi, go through the video Okay. And regarding the measurement output tu, okay, other than the data representation tu tadi, monitoring system tu, so you pun ada juga sensors lah, okay, measured output tu sensor, which is basically kalau obstacle avoidance ni, you ada measurement in terms of distance. So measured dia adalah distance. Type of sensor kamera. Kamera satu and then also obstacle avoidance tadi lah. So measure output dengan sensor ni sebenarnya together. Some motor, okay, contoh DC motor, dia tak ada sensor. You need to actually add on a sensor which is normally kalau you perasan kalau using Arduino ni dia ada DC motor plus dengan encoder. So encoder ni adalah sensor yang you boleh detect the rotation of the motor tadi. Okay. And type of actuator ni betul, one of it motor, tapi I would recommend that normally kalau you ada motor, you kena ada gear juga, gear system untuk increasekan torque and so on, increasekan speed. So you ada gear system. So basically you ada mechanism which is mechanical actuator. Okay, so I think overall good. At least you get the idea. Okay, thank you group 3. Okay, next group 4. Kita cepat sikit ataupun tak sempat habis lah kot sebab dah 10.52. You guys ada kelas tak? Pukul
Ada doktor.
ada.
Ada
Tak pun
11.
tak apa. Kenapa saya macam dengar echo. Okay. Macam ni. Sebab kita dah tak sempat, tak ada masa. So saya akan sambung next week Okay. So that you guys boleh prepare for next class. Just that before we stop class, make sure that as usual, reminder, make sure take attendance today. Kejap lagi close pukul 11. So attendance, go and take it today. Okay. And then towards the end ni pun sama juga, you ada class reflection ni. Comment on what you what you have learned today. So submit lah, boleh answer the question now. Dah buka. Saya akan buka 10 minutes before end of class so dia boleh buka. But basically the feedback untuk kali ni adalah detail sikit. So dia adalah berkenaan dengan video yang saya record tu tadi, record chapter part 1 dan part 2. So basically kalau you tak go through video tu, you tak boleh nak jawab soalan ni So you kena go through the video, okay, and baru you boleh jawab soalan dalam feedback ni. Okay. So I think that's all. Dan feedback akan dibuka sampai tengah malam nanti. So make sure you submit that So I think that's all from me. Any last question? Kalau ada soalan, dalam feedback form tu pun ada juga saya tanya. Kalau ada tak faham berkenaan part-part yang mana, you boleh nyatakanlah slide mana. Sebab tadi ada yang mention yang video saya dalam English. Okay, anyway, tak apa. Slow-slow lah. Sebab you need to adapt to the environment UTM ni. Sebab kita memang guna English as the delivery So you kena belajar lah slow and steady. Sebab mungkin dulu Politeknik dalam bahasa Melayu but in UTM kita memang English delivery So kalau ada soalan boleh type dalam lesson nanti, dalam feedback form je. Okay, thank you very much. Itu saja daripada saya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Terima kasih.
Thank you, Doktor.
Okay, bye.